Neal, James Burton, the news is out. The news is out, and you've come into the pub to tell me more. I really hope you've come to tell me more. How are you guys?
Excited.
Well.
Yeah.
How are we doing, Alan?
Well, hey, mate, I'm so excited. This news, embargoed news, shall we say, be out by the time the podcast goes out, is amazing. I got a little glimpse of it the other week and that in terms of what was going to happen. It was going to happen, but I didn't know no ins and outs of it. You've kept it close to your chest, but we're going to have a British Championship. James Burton, tell me more.
Yeah, British OCR Championships. Super exciting. I think that this question, ever since I've got involved with British obstacle sports, is probably the number one question that's been on everyone's lips. Every meeting we have, someone asks, when is there going to be a championships? When is there going to be an OCR Championships? And we've just had to say patience, patience, patience. There's so many things we have to do as a federation. We have to wait until the right time and with the right partners, because when we do it, we want to do it properly. And super excited that, yes, we are going to be having a British OCR Adult National Championships in 2023. It's going to be a fantastic event hosted by Spartan Race. And we are so excited to be kind of announcing this. And it's another addition to the 2023 calendar, which is already looking amazing.
Why has it taken you so long, though? Because you just said everyone wanted it. So, what is it, 2 years, 3 years in the making? Why has it taken so long?
So there is a few reasons. I guess, first and foremost, a national championship, everyone wants to have a national championship, but that's just one very important part of having a national federation, but it's only one part. There's all the other parts that go into being a national federation, and we want to become an official recognised sport, in obstacle course racing and ninja sport. If we only focused on the national championship part, especially at the beginning of our journey, we would fail federation. Coaching development, technical officials, youth development, all the things that we have to do. A lot of the boring stuff behind the scenes as well. All of that infrastructure, the constitution, the reporting process of accounts, all that stuff we need to get in place. But now we're in a position last year we were in a position to start talking to partners about potentially hosting one. And through the conversations we've been having with Matt and his team, we're going and Spartan Race, it's a high caliber race that's of the standard that we would expect from a national championship. So maybe hand over to Matt, but we're excited we found the right partner and we're in the right position to make this all happen.
Cool. Before I ask Matt, Becky, tell me more. Give me some dates. Give me some what's going to be happening.
Got all the details for you, don't worry. Okay, so it's on a Saturday, October 8th. So that's a London South East trifecta weekend at Pippingford Park with Spartan Race. So they are hosting the event. Now you might want to know a bit more about the actual course and things. It's going to be approximately 12 kilometers in length, using our sort of classic cross-country rules for OCR. So that means mass start and kind of race into the line. We're going to have about 25 plus obstacles. So if you're familiar with doing a Spartan race, it will kind of follow that similarly, but there might be a few surprises in there. And we're going to sort of start opening the registrations for that in January. So look out for that. You'll need to be a British obstacle sports member to participate, and there are a few kind of things around that. So people who are either residents or British citizens will be able to take part. And there'll also be a non-competitive opportunity to take part on the course as well. And there'll also be some qualifications for that. So qualifying for it or qualifying for age group racing.
Cool. And you say you got to be a British obstacle sports member. Yes, get in there, people. If you're listening, you're not already a member, get signed up straight away. You know I'm signed up, you know Ian's signed up, and everyone else is. What about the open wave? Do they have to be a BOS, a British obstacle sports member, to participate in the open wave?
Take part, yes.
Yes. That's what I wanted to hear. We want everyone to be British obstacle sports members, and that's what it should be.
If you're coming to the national championships, absolutely.
Exactly. That's the whole point, isn't it? We want everyone.
And we're going to have some prizes. So there will be prize money for the elite race, and there'll be awards for the age group competitions as well, which is pretty exciting.
Fantastic. Have we decided on what any criteria is for the elite wave? I know you've both probably all got it in your head. Can you release it to me? Are you going to keep it secret?
Not yet. We'll let you know those qualification details. Yeah, but we've got different age groups. They'll be similar to the Spartan ones.
I see a 15-minute ooze up to give us all the info. I think you, Will, and Mark should be on a 15-minute ooze up to release it all for us.
One thing that is important with qualification is we do for elite. So age group qualification is more around attending competitive races. So you only need to have attended 2 competitive races in the 2022 or 2023 season to take part in the age group championships. One thing we felt we're not quite at the stage to start rolling out a whole system of age group qualification. It's quite an extensive process. Having experience from doing it for OCR European Championships and various things. From a elite perspective, we really want anyone who qualifies for elite to race in the elite wave. So it's going to be a pretty high standard, really hard to qualify for the elite championships. But again, the expectation is we really want everyone who does qualify to take part in that one and not drop down to age group. And so really then we see the best of the best on the start line.
Fully agree, couldn't agree more. So when you talk about competitive races, we're talking any Spartan from 2022 or 2023, any UKOCR series race from 2023, and potentially maybe ETM, would that count as a competitive race?
ETM, yeah, correct. It will be any competitive race that's been licensed by us, essentially. So we'll have a long list. There'll be plenty of opportunities around the country to race.
Matt Brooke, I hope you've got ETM results on you for last year, because I want to know what my age group place was to see if I'm qualified.
You're putting me on the spot. I actually always have your results to hand. No, I know. I've been, sitting here quietly hearing, Becky and James and yourself share the amazing news. As James alluded to, we started these conversations fairly early on as part of the premise of when we made a commitment to support BOS and get the sport moving in the right direction. And out of the back of the success that we had with the European Championships for Spartan in Pippingford in London South East this year, where not only was it one of the largest Spartan events ever in the UK, but the level of racing, I think we spoke about it before, but the level of racing, the competition was the greatest in Spartan's history. That we knew we had all the elements that made that course perfect for the best of the competition. And we set about wanting to create an element of legacy for out of the European Championships, and number of James had the competition. We thought, brilliant, this is exactly what we want to do. And we want to make it, not only is it on the Saturday, the celebration of the Spartan UK Regional Series, but then we're going to roll into Sunday and we're going to crown Britain's best when we think of OCR. So it's going to be an absolutely phenomenal weekend of sport, of OCR, of competition, and we're incredibly excited to be able to be part of it as well.
That's absolutely amazing. So are you going to have, it's a trifecta weekend, so I'm just trying to get some logistics right here. Is it going to be Saturday's going to be all of Spartan, or is it going to run Spartan going to run into Sunday and then the championships, or is it going to be just championship Sunday?
So it's going to be blended, purely because it's also really important. You think about Spartan, once we've got our an age groupers, the regional series will finish on the Beast on the Saturday.
Yep.
Obviously, people chasing a trifecta will or will not know about the championship event, but we have an awful lot of open. Our largest amount of people come on the Sunday for an open heat, and there is no better spectacle than watching somebody who's coming into the sport for the first time to also be a part and see the pinnacle of the sport, especially when we think about here. So the weekend's going to be the Beast as usual on the Saturday, and then we're going to lead on the Sunday with the championships, and then after the championships is going to follow the Super and Sprint. like it would do any normal weekend.
Right.
People are obviously going to have to choose their calendars as if they want to complete the full trifecta over a weekend, and/or it is going to be feasible for somebody to be able to run the championship event and then come and do a super straight after in a sprint. So it's not beyond the realms of possibility. And we'll certainly be looking to celebrate those that make that achievement and that accomplishment. But the championship, we want to make sure that the championship is a pinnacle of the weekend in its own right, and isn't part of a standard trifecta journey. Isn't part of, we're making sure that the UK Regional Series, of course, it's no coincidence that the final event of the Spartan UK Regional Series is the Beast on a Saturday, because that's where we want to celebrate that moment, and then we want to also celebrate them on the Sunday. Bringing the two products, the two communities, the two things together.
Excellent. And we just said there, Becky, I think Becky mentioned there was about 25 obstacles. Now I'm pretty certain that Becky's going to memorize every one of them by the time we get there, and anyone listening to our podcast will know why. But Spartan's normal super and sprint doesn't have 25 obstacles. The Beast is the one that's got the obstacles. So are we talking it's going to be like a short Beast course in terms of obstacles, but not that distance?
So I think, and Becky, James, please interject if I say too much, but we made a commitment that for the championship, because we have the know-how, the technical know-how of obstacle delivery, we also obviously in-house now deliver Tough Mud around Spartan products, is that we're going to make investment to create bespoke obstacles that will be additional to the Spartan standard super distance. So it won't necessarily be that you're pulling Beast obstacles onto, you're not necessarily just going to be doing a super with a lot more obstacles. This is going to be a true OCR championship. Granted, it will be grounded in some Spartan type obstacles, but there are going to be things which are going to be unique and bespoke to the championship that we'll be delivering on behalf of BOS.
Oh, now this sounds, see, this now even gone up another level to me. This is like, I see a quadfecta coming now. How many people's going to go for that? I think people will go for that quadfecta.
I think there'll be a lot of people that go for it.
I do too, yeah. James smiling. James is one of them. I see you around for a little run on a Saturday, not competing Saturday, because I know you'll want to compete in the championships, and then puttering around for a recovery run on the super.
I think I'll be there on the Saturday, don't worry.
You know what? Remember, don't forget, we also have an ultra on the Saturday.
It's got to be the most number of obstacles on a weekend, in a weekend that are possible.
It's going to be, it's going to be a busy old weekend and a lot of people doing a lot of different feats.
And I'm going to let something up here. I've actually signed up for the ultra for that weekend.
Woo!
Fantastic.
So yeah, I'm coming down for the ultra, which is, gosh, now I'm thinking now, how many can I get in myself? Guys, thank you for coming on and coming straight off and breaking this news to us. James, I'm going to leave it to you just to finish it off with, finish something off. Tell me something that our listeners want to know. Apart from
wow, put me on the spot.
No, you mentioned it earlier before we was up here. What have you mentioned this week?
I thought you were going to say, well, yes, thank you, Alan, for letting me to. So we are at 1,000 members now, which is incredibly exciting to get to 4 digits. We've increased by, I think, 300 members in just over 60 days. Yep. It's been rapid growth, partly and significantly due to the partnership with Spartan. So really pleased and grateful for their support. Also, we've had the British OCR Junior Championships and the British Ninja Championships. That's really starting to bring people into the community and get people's support. So yeah, incredibly proud and incredibly grateful for all of our members. And 23 is the year that we start our application to the UK Sports Council. It's going to happen. We're on that journey, and super excited. So thank you for letting me let everyone know, and thanks to all your listeners for all their support as well, because I know there's a lot of members that listen to this podcast.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Cheers.
I do right now.